Hello guys, and welcome back to another basic Python tutorial series. In this video we will be talking more about lists and give an introduction to for loops. So a quick apologies for the viewers. I have been actually kind of sick for a few days, but I'm starting to feel better, so yeah, that's a thumbs up. Yeah, uh, let's begin. So we will get a recap on lists. For those of you who don't know what a list is, it is they are variables that can store any object in any form in any way. And we also talked about functions that relate to lists like x.pop, .remove, .append, .insert, alienx, sumx, etc. There's a lot you can think of. But I forgot a few things before we finish. A few things I forgot to mention in my last video. Let's start with index and slicing. So basically, using index, we can access items that might be really large. And you can use that as a for loop, which we'll talk about later. So let's say x is a, b, c. So if we want to take one, we just don't take, like, if we have a long list and we don't know what the list contains, we could just pick a random number and say, for example, 1. And then what you see here is b. So now, if for those of you who are wondering, index is basically a position where the list is -1. So basically, yeah. So let's for example, let's put 2 minus 1. B is position number 2. So I put 2 over here. -1 is going to become 1. Yeah, I'm really smart. Slicing is when uh, taking multiple variables in a specific uh, mat. They call this. Yeah. So when I put 0 to 2, it stops at B and does not go to C. There is another that, but what if we want to change? So here's the thing. Now what you can do over here is, for example, we want to put 1. Alright, so to become C. Alright, and then when we print X, that C is gonna be inside the list. It's gonna change from B to C, with brackets, by the way. So what it did here is that it took the index of one of the lists and replace them with this. And you can also do this with slicing. Um, 0 and 2. You have to put commas though. It's gonna be 1 or exclamation mark 1, and we will put 3. Oh no. Oh, no. Then I guess we have to do this then. Yep. So position number 2, which is B, has been replaced by 3, and A has been replaced by 1. And now we will talk about how to join those. So let's say Y is, for example, 1, 2, 3, and then we want to say how are we like if you want to join them, how are we supposed to do that? Are you gonna just put the x dot append on every single thing? Well, there is a shorter way, which is just putting a variable and then actually it's gonna be print x plus y. So then what will happen is that these two lists will be combined, and it will ignore these two, and just put all of this to this. You can also store it as a variable and then change the few stuff. And that's all about lists. Now we're going to be talking about for loops. So for loops are a very good method to join with lists. So here's an example. For I in range 2. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the so let's put in a list. Oh, actually, let's start with the few simple stuff. So now what you can do with a for loop is you can print many things at a specific number. So instead of just saying print x, it will just print x twice, just 2 words. Let's say if you want to put 5, and print 5x's one time. Now there's a few things. Oh yeah, and also you can do basic algorithms. So like 1 plus, sorry, we're gonna be starting a variable first, x, and then we will put, hold on. Oh, sorry. X equals 0. So I'm gonna put x equals x plus 1, plus 1, and then print x. So now it has reached 5. You can put also exceptions in there. So for example, if x equal 5, then print last. Oh, wait. Else print x. So that way, when it's not 5, it will just print the numbers. Otherwise, if it is, then it will become last. It'll just be printed last. Now, let's talk on how can you do this with lists. So basically, let's just make a new list now. Sorry if you hear any background noises. So what you can do here is, first of all, for list, you can write the index as whatever you want. It'll be stored as a variable anyways. In x, and print list. So what we'll do here is that for every single time list goes in X, it'll be stored in list for each time. So one time it'll print A, and the next line will print B, and then third line will print C. So here you go, A, B, C. Hold on, what else did we? Oh yeah. So let's keep it. Let's put I in range. len x here you go. Print I or x I. So for every number in list, so for all the numbers in the list, it will be put in I, and then that type of number will be going in here. And yeah, that's all there is. You can also use index. You can also use. There's a lot of stuff you can do with a for loop. Anyways, that is pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy. And if you like that video, please give it a like and subscribe. If don't, it's alright. Anyways, bye guys.